Hello, Aquarius. Thank you for stopping by. We are doing a general reading for the remainder of August 2021. Not all of these messages will resonate with you, so take what does, leave what doesn't. If any of this does resonate with you, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It helps tap you into the energy of the reading, so you can pick up these good vibes we have going on this channel. Let's get into it for you, Aquarius. Messages of light and love come forward here, Spirit. What do they need to know for their highest good and for the highest good of all? Let's see what we have. First card out, 10 of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Some of you connecting with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It doesn't have to be, though. We have the Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. King of Swords, Ace of Swords, and Two of Wands. Okay, so some of you here are dealing with a twin flame kind of energy. There's a push for you guys to step into some stability in your life. There's happiness here, extreme happiness, because there's some kind of illumination that's happened with regard to a connection with somebody. I think a lot of you here were giving too much into a connection and not receiving the same amount back, so it created this imbalance here. Many of you are caring for children at this time, and your focus is on that. There's a lot of love in this connection. I just think that it was not in full alignment. I think you've had to kind of cut this person off, or at least I think that you may have gone cold on them a bit here, and they were kind of confused as to why you went cold. Let's get some clarity on this reading. So I feel like for some of you, you have more finances than your person does. And so it feels to me like you're just trying to make sure that everybody is coming to the table, you know, you don't want to be used for your money, or you don't want to be used for, you know, nobody wants to be used, but I just mean that you're trying to figure out whether or not this person really does love you and they're not just you know what I mean? Why is this 10 of Pentacles here, Spirit, for Aquarius? So we have a 3 of Cups, a King of Wands, and a 4 of Cups. So some of you here are kind of disappointed in this person. There's a King of Wands in this reading, and I feel like this may have been you trying to take action, putting more effort into this connection than the other party was. Okay, there's a lot of fun with this person. You're enjoying the fruits of your labor with this person as well. You want them to join in your success. It's just that they're offering something different than what you have to bring to the table. Their contribution to the connection is more emotional, whereas yours may be more financially material abundance. And so I think that you're starting to understand that people have different gifts to offer just because somebody's not making all this money like you are, or have the potential to make this money like you do. Why is this Queen of Cups here, Spirit? This person really loves you, Aquarius. They really do. Hierophant. So there may be somebody here, and look at that, we have Judgment. Somebody here in your connection, not in your connection, but somebody kind of like on the outside coming in to kind of help you. I do feel like there's this person that you've been connecting with is really helping you open your heart center as well. I think a lot of you may have been really cold or approaching life in a much more, you know, not controlling, but what am I trying to say? You're just coming at life a little bit more structured and less emotional, and I think this person's really kind of opening you up to a softer side. I think that if you guys were in separation, there was some kind of disappointment here. I think there needed to be a timeout for you both to come into understanding about why this person's in your life and how you can adjust to accommodate this connection. I think that there's been some clarity around who this person is to you, and it maybe has required you to take a step back to really notice this. Somebody in this connection feels guilt for pulling back the reins a bit here. Interesting. It just feels like there was a need to take a step back. I think if you guys are feeling guilt that things had to slow down, or that there needed to be a break in the connection, I think that it's not to beat yourself up over it. It was meant to be for both of you because of this Ace of Swords here. I don't feel like you were going to come to this moment of clarity until you guys had some time on your own. There is a lot of love in this connection. This person really is kind of disappointed and hurt by how things have kind of played out. They see that you were taking action in the relationship, and then all of a sudden there may have been a pulling back, and this person, because they're so emotional, like they may be a water sign, they may not be. Either way, this person feels very emotional to me. And because they're such a sensitive kind of emotional anyway, when you pulled back, they took a hit there. But it was important for them to be not so codependent as well. So yeah, there may have been some codependency there, and you felt that in your connection, and you may have pulled back a bit more than they were ready for you to. Either way, you guys are on the right track here. There needed to be this separation for there to be illumination in this connection. And for some of you, this is a twin flame. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles. I just think that you guys are going to be a little bit more balanced in terms of what you give into a connection. We have a Six of Swords. Some of you here have your person leaving behind because you haven't given a lot materially into the connection. So for example, if you guys were going out to eat a lot and you guys were and you're having to pay for all of it, I mean, take this how it resonates for you. This could flip-flop. You know, if your person was paying the tab all the time, paying for the vacations, or something of that nature. It doesn't have to be that dramatic, but they notice that you're not willing to pay as much or put as much into it. Wheel of Fortune. This was meant to be, okay? Because I feel like you guys are really testing this person, whether or not what their motives are. If they're not going to meet you halfway, I just feel like this is not a balanced connection. Look at that. We have Queen of Cups again. So this Queen of Cups person, I feel like they may be equating material. Like they're assuming that because you're not as giving in the connection from a material standpoint, that means you're emotionally not into it either. So they're making that kind of they're drawing a line there. There's a cause and effect. The reason why you're pulling away is that you're not into the connection as much as you were before. And so I think that they're just, the Wheel of Fortune is here, so it is pushing you guys in the right direction, whether that's back together or apart. The Six of Swords here says that for some of you, if you're not giving a lot into the connection, maybe this doesn't have to be financially, but if you've suddenly had this feeling that this person is like using you in some way, you don't want to put a lot of emotional energy into it as well. Yeah, I just feel like some of you here are really, you can't, there's just not alignment here. That's all I'm seeing. And I feel like this was meant to be, Spirit wants you guys to be on your own right now. There's some confusion. Something had to change in this connection, though. And it's not that anybody's doing anything bad or wrong here. There's some disappointment. It just feels like things are taking a step back for a minute. And this is actually meant to be so that things can be more of a balance between the two of you. I think that possibly for some of you, the way that you approached this person came across a little bit cold and distant. And so they're confused by it. I think that if your approach had been a little bit more, I do love you. I just need a little bit of time to kind of catch up financially. I've spent a lot of money here, or, whatever you need to do. If you feel led to communicate what's going on, I do feel like if things are supposed to come back together with you two, it will happen. What is meant for you will not pass you by. So that is something to keep in mind here. I don't feel like you guys are really panicked that you're going to lose this person. I feel like there needed to be this pulling back and this taking a moment to focus on you and what you need out of this connection for it to be. I just know that it's kind of like you're catching it before some kind of tower moment comes in, right? You feel the energy, which is really cool, Aquarius, that you're able to do that, getting ahead of it before there's some kind of like falling out, you know what I mean? Where after enough time goes by where you're not communicating how you feel with this person, or you just keep going along the same path that you were, at some point it builds and then you're gonna like explode on them. And so I feel like you guys are really in tune to understanding when you need to like kind of pull the reins back and take a step back and focus on what just kind of feeling through the situation. And it doesn't feel like it, if you're feeling like it doesn't resonate or that it doesn't align with what you really feel comfortable with, you're willing to kind of put the brakes on and kind of take a moment to step back and reframe the connection, reframe your approach to the connection. Wow, interesting reading for you guys. Please let me know if it resonated for you. Also, I do private readings. Feel free to check out the description box. I have a store there as well. Thanks you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.